Definitely very true. Triple longsword, not bad for the early additional bit of damage. Top lane, we'll have to keep our eyes on it though, as Rooster taunt to set up. Sheo starting to wander in, overheat there for Soboro. Trying to keep Soboro baited into a false security, but surprise, there's Elise in here. The equalizer has been laid down, but Sheo quick to follow. Resonating strike, flash auto to secure the kill.
I mean, Dragon is about to spawn, so maybe we get something, as both junglers are moving down towards this bottom lane. But with Culling now gone on upset, they didn't really get the hurt they were hoping for out of it.
Oh, hang on. Full committal here, locking Nuke into the pit, but pulling him out in the meantime as well. Vladi unbinding his soul and rebinding it just like that as he sends Nuke to the grave. Yep. Vladi, this is his third most played champion career long, is the Yone, but little moments like him moving in, chunking out Nuke right before an objective start has just made the game a lot easier. That said, Sheo trying to take things into his own hand. All in, committing on a Razork who flag and drags out and then jumps onto Nuke! And now they're getting snapped back and it's a 1v1. The Thunderdome, Razork versus Nuke. The Dragon Strike is there. Soboro to back it up. Lospa still living. Fnatic getting away with murder here. How are they doing it? Vladi once again on the front line. Paduck, fire rains from the sky as that man is sent home in a body bag.
Absolutely roasted at the feet of Fnatic. The man is he back?
Is he back?
I want to say he's back.
Well, okay, this is the thing. Yeah, it's like it feels temporary, right? It doesn't feel quite clear as Soboro's life definitely doesn't feel safe on the top side. That at least is very clear. Paduck slowly walking him down. Equalizer across the board. A nice shutdown for Shifters. Sheo getting cold. Oof. Folks, I don't like to say a game is over before it's over. But y'all have eyes. And Nuke is getting...
Nukes are closed.
Nuke's closing and praying that the monsters go away. Eyes on the objective. Fnatic not quite focused on it. Vladi stacking up the Q3, ready to unbind the soul if necessary. Soboro off the side in trouble, forced to flash away from Paduck, who's starting to get some good damage. Vladi over the wall, Q3 into Sheo, quick snap back to get away from Rooster, dragging down Soul in favor of Fnatic. Shifters debating if they want to fall up here. Nice knockup coming in for Razork. Rooster getting shut down. Resurrection now coming in from Razork. Will he lose his actual life? Exhaust on the Vladi. Gonna be forced to snap back here in a second, but it's a double kill. His upset comes in over the wall. Looking for a knockup. Down goes another Fnatic. Still 5 members standing strong. A TP in from Soboro. And Shifters falling apart. A 12,000 gold lead for Fnatic.
Paduck tried to be the difference maker, but it's Lospa who puts him in jail. Fnatic find the fight, and they should be able to find the game win.
If they don't, that would be very surprising. Fnatic, incredibly dominant fight, good patience on a lot of their cooldowns. And you can see Shifters, they're just too far behind. Even if they had won the 50-50 on the Drake, it's still likely that Fnatic wins the fight. And Fnatic continuing that streak of improvement that started last week, reminding us how good this team can be. They pretty cleanly win out on this game 1. They're taking their time fountain diving. That's a level of confidence you'll love to see.
Yeah, and I mean, I'd love to see this version of Fnatic, right? Like, this is a team now that I want to see succeed and see if they can continue this streak going.
We're going to have to find out, but for now, let's send it over to Analyst Desk to talk a little bit about that game 1.
No, not stuck, but Stend is sitting in bot lane with Paduck for a lot more, as gank, Nuke should be able to jump away from this.
Sheo's here. They might not want to jump away. Sheo trying to stack up. More foil going all in on Vladi. Rocket jump forward, looking to burn him down, but Vladi getting a little bit of an extra shield. Nuke looking to finish that one. Gets a reset on the jump. Now flash away. Razork will at least get the 1-for-1.
Okay, some nice holding off there.
Just looking to leverage Paduck's TP to stay active here. It is a battle for Raptors. Those little chickens. Raptors now going to go out. Lospa wants to kick things off. Razork already has level 6, but they immediately collapse over the Nocturne. Gets deleted. He can't even push his ulti button. Shifters in game 2, finding the aggressive angles. Things working out for them nicely there.
Lospa, I don't think you should have engaged there.
I agree, but sometimes you're stuck in the previous game where no one had any hard CC, and that's what it felt like here. This time around, though, things looking good to start off with upset. Flash forward. Oh, doesn't get the 4-shot. Flick back. Oh, Fnatic fans, avert your eyes. Look away. Oh, my God. So good from Shifters.
6 for Stend, though, not for Lospa. That solar flare could be devastating.
Ulti goes out. Void Grub's already taken down. Sheo gets deleted right as the fight kicks off. Soboro going to find, Rooster going to find the multi-man stun. We'll just leave strike away instantaneously. Vladi getting very aggressive. All of Fnatic flashes the wall to keep things going. Paduck, beautiful flick back. Fnatic way too far, but they don't quite finish off Razork. Now there's a Jackson melee range, but Upset is once again out of ammo. Furiously reloading his pistols. He starts to free fire, but the counter strike is finally there. One more bullet. Go forward, but he learned from last time. He learned he's not walking in. Rooster manages to survive. There's some questionable writing on that page, is what I will say. But they are the two with the gold lead, so I like to see that level of aggression to try to bring their team back into this game. Now, the good news is Stend was someone who picked up one of those kills, which means the gold not in an ideal place for Shifters. But Soboro was looking in trouble. Now he's got a 3v2 in favor of Fnatic on the top side. Sheo, the one who's overstayed. The fear is there, and down he will go. The game of League of Legends, counting is key, and Sheo, well, he miscounted, is now re-engage, coming in for Razork. Nice zone away. Fnatic has to be careful not to stray too far forward, though, as they're losing a lot in the mid lane. Bot lane similarly pressured now by the side of Shifters. But hoping to see that first win today. They do need to win 2 games back-to-back, and right now they only have about a 700 gold lead as well as a Drake, as Soboro perhaps a bit over-eager. Public execution, a good start to the play. Soboro has to flash away in anticipation of what's coming, but Paduck! And he's immediately TPing elsewhere to cover
Razork
mid.
is top lane.
Razork is top lane. Maybe he shouldn't have TP'd so fast, but no. The stun, not blocked by the spell shield. It looks like the empowered auto came in.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And now there's a fight in the bot lane. Vladi doing a hell of a lot of damage, relatively uncontested. Stend doing his best frontline. Solar Flare only connects on the slow as Lospa forced to heal.
Wait,
trying to walk away.
Another gank?
Paduck on the way down.
One?
They're ganking everywhere. Vladi, another flick. This time they're forced to flash away. Vladi desperate to try to get anything back, but he's getting burned down. The bomb is ticking, and Vladi gets a shutdown. The flying V has been there from Paduck. This man is on a mission to take control of this game. Highest KP alongside Nuke. The Nuke Duck combo looking good. Lospa, excellent pullback to stop that dive from going through it. Now Soboro's taking the tower. Looks like they're going to lose one in the process. So as good as it looks for Lospa, it hasn't amounted to much. The cross map isn't too threatening quite yet. Lospa lives for a damn long time as the curtain call comes out. But this is going to mean Herald dropped in the mid lane. Likely to break down that mid lane tier 1. Upset moving up to cover top lane, and the bot lane also uncontested. But Shifters now 2,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, doing a very nice job of just constantly moving around the map and making plays with these semi-globals. Yeah, no vision for Fnatic here.
Lockup stun is there. Razork flashing away. Still likely going to die. Vladi doing his best to cover. Nice knock off the wall.
Wait a sec, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. Stend now in trouble. Ulti, public execution, the fight continuing. Paduck's gone a little bit too far. Shifters, no! You've thrown it all away! Realm Warp in. Shifters, is this your time to fight? Blast Cone is there. They're locked up. They're rooted. Can anyone hit the Blast Cone? No is the answer. Shifters running for dear life. Ulti out is not going to happen. Vladi snipes him with the overload, and Fnatic even things up. Putting a decent amount of pressure in the side lanes.
He is still massively far ahead, though. 1.4k gold lead.
Yep.
Like, he is the focus here. And if he can find some of these plays, the Shifter is trying to retake position.
Shifter's determined to take Razork out of the equation, whose spell shield is now gone. Turning right back onto Sheo, trying to get tricky with it. Public execution doesn't hit. Soboro forced to flash over the wall to look for the follow, but Paduck is once again caught out on the backside. Nice flick back from Paduck. Keeps the fight going, and Rooster in the midst of the team doing a hell of a lot of damage. Nuke allowed to free fire for a moment. That's the reset. Looking to bounce across the entire team. Flash forward. One more auto. Another reset, but he gets knocked out of the sky. The claws of Razork seal the deal. Oh! Oh! Skeet shooting in the bottom lane. That duck ain't going nowhere.
That's one where the dog pops up, gives you 2 big thumbs up, and you're happy out. What a shot!
They won't get to do that yet.
Risky from Stend. You have many members of Fnatic here, even the Realm War potential. Lospa wants to fight.
Lospa very determined to fight. Celestial opposition about to fade away. Lights turned off. He's the first damage to kick the fight off. Razork staying in range. Nice backstep to get away from the seismic shove. Is Vladi now on a rampage. Stend taken out of the equation. Man advantage for Fnatic. Nothing on the map really to play for, however.
And while Nuke did get off to a good lead, he's not really having that big threat. At least with IE completed, he can be a nuisance in these fights. But not if Fnatic goes on him.
Lights turned off. Engage coming in. Down goes Paduck. Public execution using the backline. Unstoppable, not unkillable, however. It's Fnatic. Realm Warp in. Trying to keep the fight going. Vladi going to get stunned up. Rooster able to try and dissuade Fnatic from falling, but Upset is so damn powerful. 4-shot on to Stend. Deadly Flourish. A nice sidestep. Keeping things in their favor. Razork walking up. Upset now unstoppable as he manages to take down Stend, and Fnatic can just turn right to the barrier.
Well, and Shifters, unfortunately, just are being barreled over by Fnatic at this stage of the game.
Sheo, ready to ult in, ready to do what it takes to steal the objective. Whatever it takes, he does it!
way.
Yeah! He can't flash out. He completely messes that part up. A little bit of redemption for a 0, 6, and 8 Pantheon. And I will say, I did really want to see him play this champion. I do think he had a much more active early game, but it's not been a good one. Speaking of not a very good one, Paduck running for his life. But look at that jump chase. Look at that little wiggle. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Not for Paduck, though. He's dead.
Oh, Paduck, that's so sad.
He had the right
follow
instincts.
the entire way, and the fact that there's Stend.
Nuke does damage. Nuke does a lot of damage. Nuke just going to start to walk down Razork. Razork not quite sure if he wants to turn. Rooster finding a bit of CC onto Vladi in the meantime. Nuke off to the side, though, in trouble. Soboro starts the chase. Rooster effectively unkillable. That's a big shutdown. Nuke now with a reset on the jump. Presumably Stun, though, not going to land. Rooster going golden. Nuke can't really walk up, though, so that's probably just a dead. Jax is going to jump backwards. Curtain's being called. Bullet going to connect on Sheo. Second bullet on Sheo. Oh, that last one! Landing under the key target. Nuke once again sniped in the fight. Cannot get an honest battle between him and Upset as, well, Sheo, not long for the world. Double kill for Fnatic. This game, much better for Shifters in the early game, but as has been the story for the entire season, it is simply not enough.
Yeah, Fnatic find their way back in the mid game, punishing some of those overextensions from Shifters. I mean, inhibitor's falling. There's still 30 seconds on the top side.
Another engage, decent attempt at the flick from Paduck, but now that they're on top of him, there's really nowhere for him to go. Fear Tether still connects. Upset goes godlike. Fnatic. The early game looked like it was falling apart, but Razork held steady. He's now leverages advantage into those big fights in the jungle. Shifted things back in Fnatic's favor. 8,000 gold to end it. Fnatic take down Shifters 2-0. Moving up to a 3-3 scoreline.
Nicely done by Fnatic. It looked a little dicey in the early stages, but punishing well, moving around the map well, and Upset with some kind of John Wick bullets in that one to find a few shots that were sick.